If you are not in love with yourself, it's because you've completely forgotten who you are. That's it. That's a universal truth, because there's no way, if you remember who you really are, that you don't love yourself. That's impossible. But don't worry, because if you've forgotten that way, it's even easier to embody your highest potential. Think outside of yourself. There is a hermetic principle that you may have already heard by now that says, as above, so below, as within, so without. And it has become like a cliche in our society, but if you really contemplate on it, is when you get wisdom out of it. So I was lucky enough the other day to get to contemplate that on my own. I was watering my plants in my front yard, and the night was so warm. It was exquisite. It was those summer nights that you love, when everything is warm, the flowers smell so good. And I started to look at the night sky. It was so clear. And as I was looking at the stars, I started thinking about the vastness of the universe and the beauty of all of it. And then I felt like we are really small, like a speck of dust in all of this. But somehow it get to me. I had a breakthrough, and it get to me that if the universe was looking down at us, it would think the same of us. It would think the same of me, because we are one and the same. There's no separation. We have created the separation with our lives, with our lifestyle, because what's the first thing you do in the morning? Smash your alarm and then go grab your coffee in the same mug as yesterday. You put your jeans or whatever you wear to work. You drive some miles there, and then you find there your colleagues gossiping or complaining or whatever, and your is telling you stuff and whatever. Then you go back home, you make your dinner, you take a quick shower, you go to bed, only to do that all over again, day after day. And then it's only normal that if you go out to nature and you see a flower or a fox or whatever, that you feel separated from that thing, from that creature. You think, there's no way I'm that natural, there's no way I am that beautiful or whatever. But the truth is, you are. Your life made you forget. It's like a drop and the ocean. They are one and the same. They are made of the same stuff. There's no separation. And as I was preparing this video the other day, I came across a quote from Marianne Williamson, and I printed it out for you to read it to you. Actually, I think it's really beautiful and you may enjoy it. It says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Wow. Recognize it's okay to hate where you are right now. I get it, I've been there. Sometimes it sucks. But don't let it get to you too much. We have to use it to our advantage. So we live in a universe of polarity. You need to know what's wrong to know what's right. You need to know what you hate to know what you love. But we have to use it to our advantage. Okay? Don't fall into victim mentality. Don't be like, oh, poor little me, me, poor little me. Shut up, stop it. Stop the bullshit. You are not poor, you're not little. The only person that is a poor little me is the one that has given up on themselves. And I suspect if you're watching here, you haven't given up on yourself. To get out of victim mentality, you have to take responsibility for your life. You have to accept that you create your own reality. Not everything bad is happening to you all the time. Sometimes you are choosing to stay in whatever bad situation you're on. And also know that what you are not changing, you are choosing. Okay? Also, use everything good you experience to your advantage. For example, if some time ago I walked on the street and I saw a girl with really nice long hair that I don't have right now, I would be like, wow, why can't I have that hair? I love it. Why can't I have it? I hate my shitty hair, whatever. And that's not the vibration that you have to put out in order to get what you want, because the universe doesn't go, oh, poor girl, she hates her hair, let's snap our fingers and boom, you have beautiful hair. No. No, honey, that's not the way it works. Because you are emanating hate all day, and the universe doesn't understand. The universe thinks if she's always emanating that frequency, she must love it. So let's give her more of that. And then you have more shitty hair. But now I use it in a different way. So don't be jealous. Use it to your advantage. Now I see a girl with really beautiful hair in the street and I'm like, wow, I love it. I really love it. That's so cool. That's what I want for myself. I love it. I'm gonna have it. And then I take care of my own hair. I put my masks and whatever at my home, and I know I will have it because I'm emanating love for that, and I vibrate at a high frequency, and I'm always emanating love for that, and then the universe has to give it to you. Perform a life audit. Now you know that you've forgotten who you are, and you know that you don't like where you are right now in life. So you have to do something about it. No one's gonna save you. That's not the way it works. No one has to come and save you. You have to do it yourself. No one has the obligation to do it for you, and no one will. You have to accept that. So you can think about the different areas of your life. For example, love, relationships, job, whatever. If you have those categories already in mind, then great, you can work on them. And if you don't, you can, for example, look at Maslow's pyramid. That if I'm not mistaken, it starts by physiological needs, then safety needs, then love, then self-esteem, and then self-actualization. So you can take these categories as if you were performing an audit for a company. You go department by department, examining what you like, what you don't like. Make it your job. Do it. You have to promise yourself to do the work. Make it your work, because yes, your current job is really important, but you are your own job. You are your own masterpiece. You have to work on yourself because no one will. And now we change it. Nothing is set in stone. You are not a finished product and you will never be. So don't settle, don't conform, go change it. Because it's in human nature to seek to evolve. Most depressions start when you are feeling stuck in life. If you are feeling stuck and you are thinking, I cannot change, poor little me, blah blah blah, stop the bullshit, go rewatch the video, because right now we change it. We have to put the work. No one's gonna put it for you there. Okay, embody your highest possibility. This is the fun part, I promise you, because I told you that if you've forgotten who you are, it's easier for you to embody your highest possibility, because if you are conforming with where you are in life, for example, if you are not thriving but not so bad, you are okay, you are living in autopilot, and then you won't wish to change because you are okay. You won't change. You won't seek change because you are okay. It's only when you are stuck in rock bottom that you seek to change. So now this is the fun part. If you've forgotten, you can create a goddess to your liking. You forgot that you are a god or a goddess, now you make one. And you can think of any and every trait of every person that you like, for example, that you get inspiration from. For example, if you love Rihanna's confidence, write it. If you love how your neighbor is so happy in the mornings and he's always waving at you in the morning, then you write it. If you love whatever, you can write whatever you want about anything and everything, and you have to take your time and be specific. Some people think of it and talk about it like having an alter ego and then being delusional about it, but I prefer to think it from a higher self perspective, because if you think of it as an alter ego, it creates separation. It's like it's something that is outside of you that you have to get yourself to. It's something like it's not in you yet, and you have to fill the gap with that. But if you think it's your higher self, it's easier because it's not, there's no separation. You already are that. You only have to rise to that level to be that. It's you, but it's the highest version of yourself. So I usually ask myself, what would my highest self do? For example, sometimes I'm tired and I don't want to go to the gym, and I think, what would my highest version do? And then I do it. She goes to the gym, she exercises, she maintains herself clean, she put the best food in her table, she does the job. For example, if you don't like your current job, you're not always complaining. You don't complain. You go there, do your best so you feel confident, and then you change it. You at the same time you look for another one, but give your best, because that way you will feel powerful and confident in yourself that you are giving your best, and then you will attract more of that. If you are not investing in yourself, you are telling the universe you are not worthy of the things that you want to receive. You are telling the universe you are not worthy of looking good, you are not worthy of wealth, you are not worthy of health, you are not worthy of fun. And you really are worthy of that. There is no person that is so special to be excluded from this, because this is a law. And you even if you are feeling your lowest right now and you feel like everything goes wrong for you, you are not so special that this law doesn't apply to you. This applies to everyone. Okay, you just have to live it, you have to claim it, you have to live it, and then you will see it in your real world. You will have proof that it works, that you have to start doing this. You have to promise yourself, you have to apply the pressure, you have to promise yourself that you're gonna do this. For example, I was bullied at school. Every day I went there, people were like, you're so ugly, you're so small, you're like a dwarf, you have mustache, you have beard, you have a wart, because I had a mole here that later I removed because of the bullying. I wouldn't mind having it now, but that's how bad it was. And I didn't like that for myself. But I didn't feel stuck in that situation. Back then, therapy was not so popular, so I kept a journal and I was journaling every day. Well, not every day, but you know, I have a journal since 2000 or something, and there I put my thoughts, I put how I felt, I put how I wanted to feel, the version of myself that I wanted to live, and then I started living it. And so I am here today, and I'm grateful for my life, and you can be grateful also. So get in mind that almost everything that you don't like about your current situation, you can change. So, for example, just by going to the gym, just by exercising a little bit, you will be ahead of most of the people that do nothing. You just have to have a good self-care routine, have a hair care routine, have a skincare routine, look always clean, polished, have your clothes clean, perform your best. Ask yourself, what would my highest version do? And then do it, like we said. So play with it, take your time, a lot of time. It will take time, but I promise you it will be worth it. So dream big, sometimes where you are dreaming big, you think, how can this be for myself? There's no way. Yes, there's a way. The universe is laughing at you, saying, only you only want that because you are the universe. The universe is seeing itself through your eyes, and it wants to expand. It's in its nature to seek to expand. So when you say, oh, this is what I want, it says, really? Only that? So dream big. Sometimes I remember the scene of Vikings where Rollo goes to see the seer, and the seer tells him, if you only knew what the gods have in store for you, you'd be dancing naked in the beach. So I think the universe today is daring you to dream big and is telling you through me that if you knew what it has in store for you, you'd be dancing naked in the beach also. Go and fall in love with yourself. You owe it to the universe that ultimately is you.